Hi there, my name is Peyton Mello. I'm a bike enthusiast, and today I'll be showing you how to fill your tires with air and also transport your bike easier for the average biker who does not have a bike rack. For this task, you will need a pump. I use an electric pump, but you can also use a hand pump or a standing pump. My electric pump has a pressure readout screen on it that's electronic. A hand or a stand-up pump will have a dial that is a pressure gauge on it that you can read to find out the current pressure. The first step to filling up your tire with air is to check for the pressure rating on the side of the tire. It should be written in the rubber, and mine, as you see here, is 75 to 100 psi. Next, you want to locate the air inlet on the tire and remove the cap like so. Hold on to the cap and make sure you don't lose it, as it needs to go back on at the end. The next step, you want to connect the pressure end of the pump to the air inlet on the tire. Sometimes it's a little hard to get on, but once you do, you're going to want to pull the lever down and seal the connection. Now that the pump is connected, you can see that it's reading out a 35 psi reading on the tire. So what I need to do is to set the pump to 75, and then flick it on. So now it will be inflating the tire. Now that the tire has reached 75 psi or whatever your psi rating on your tire is, you can remove the tire by unlatching the hinge and quickly taking it off. It will kind of pop off the tire like that. That's normal, don't worry about it. Finally, you're going to want to reattach the cover to the inlet so that it does not leak any air. And now you've successfully changed the air in your tire. Some frequently asked questions when it comes to filling up your tire with air are, if there's a range presented on the tire, what should I use for the pressure? I would say it's dependent on what task you're about to use your bike for. If you're going to be using it for off-roading / mountain biking type applications, I would go for the lower end, if not about 10 psi under the recommendation. While if you're going to be on rail or on road surfaces, anything paved or even gravel, you may want to go towards the top side of your recommendation. If you're really going for speed, you should definitely be at the top of your recommendation, but definitely not higher, as your tire is at risk of blowing. The next task I will be demonstrating is how to remove your front tire for storage or transportation purposes and how to replace it after the fact. You will not need any tools for this, only your hands. The first step to removing your front wheel is to remove the cinch on your front brakes. To do this, you want to take the wire from your front brake and the cinch that connects it to the actual brake pad, and you want to pull outwards on the wire and down, and it will release the metal piece from the brake wire. This, in effect, loosens both brake pads so that they can be wider than the wheel, allowing you to take the wheel through the brake pads without getting caught on them. Now that you've loosened the front brakes to allow the wheel to come out, you need to uncinch the actual wheel lock. The wheel lock is located in line with the actual spin point of the wheel. It should look like a lever that you can pull out, and in order to take this wheel off and loosen it, you want to pull the lever down and then take it and hold the right side and the left side and loosen it. I'm going to do this with both of my hands, but I'll be right back. Once you have fully loosened the wheel lock, the wheel should be free to come right out of its supports. I'll show this again from the side. Here is a view of the wheel coming out from the side. As you can see, with the front wheel removed, the bike's frame is significantly less large and can fit into most small sedans. As you can see here, with my front wheel removed, my bike fits comfortably in the backseat of my car, along with all of my gear. I have a large size frame, so there's no other larger size of bike frame that you could buy. Therefore, this is a good demonstration that almost every bike frame should be able to fit into a size car like this. I have a long size sedan and it fits perfectly, and I'm able to shut the door with no problems. To put the wheel back onto the bike, you're going to take it and put it back into its channel in the frame. The next step is to tighten back down the wheel lock. To do this, you'll hold the left side and the right side of the wheel lock and spin just the right side until you start to feel it connect with the metal. As soon as you feel the right side touch the metal, what you're going to want to do is take the left lever and you're going to want to push it down to lock in the wheel. Now the wheel is fully locked in. Next, we're going to want to reset up the front brakes. To do this, you should take the right hand side when you're looking at it from the front, the right hand side clip and the brake wire, and you're going to want to find this metal piece on the brake wire and pull the brake wire so that the metal piece goes past the cinch so that it may go onto the wire and thread through the hole. If you follow all the steps correctly, the front wheels should now be fully functional and just like normal along with the front brakes.